All right, looks like I'm back again. Not sure what happened there. Possibly the iPad timing out. Shot by the Caps on to Leonard. Leonard with the save. Lennon looking to escape. Goes over to Trax. Trax dumps it up. Turnover to the good block there by Goldberg. Goldberg looking to get it up the wall. Gets it to Fairman. Fairman up to Lucido. Lucido got two to beat. Tries to go around one Cap. Puck slides into the corner. Lucido with the hit there in the corner. Big shot by Howe. Makes it to the corner. Mayer has control. Lost it. Over to Lucido again. Lucido, we got Waite over there and Mayer. Mayer trying to feather it in. Waite now trying to get it towards the net. Wazinski dumps it low for Lucido. We got Waite. Nice control of it. Loses it to the Caps. Howe, first one on it, going for the hit rather than the puck. Mayer coming through. Trying to power to the net. Puck doesn't make it there. Now we got Waite. Waite up to Howe. Howe with a shot. And a nice save by the Capitals goalie. All right. So it looks like we are moving. Not sure what the disturbance was on that first one. Everybody's on the Wi-Fi here, so we'll see. I see it's a little choppy on my stream, but yeah, we're going to do our best here. Abel with this face-off loses it back to the Caps. Howe keeps it in, kicks it down to Armstrong. Armstrong down to Barbish. Barbish looking for an outlet, gets to Wazinski. Wazinski skates across, shot in. Oh. Now they're going to call it dead as that Capital player lost an edge down in the corner there and is still in the same position. Yeah, I can see how laggy this broadcast is, so sorry for all those that are watching at home. So I'm going to see if I can fix some things while we got a timeout. All right, so I am back now. Curious what it looks like on YouTube. I will say my iPad is not the newest iPad, so that could be what our issue is on this game. But all right, we got a face-off down in the corner here. We got Abel, Barbish, and Armstrong with Lucido and Robinson. Face-off won by Vengeance. Shot by Robinson, never made it. Army in the corner. Barbish keeps it down low to Abel. Abel looking for someone to pass to. Capitals all over that puck. Barbish, first one to the puck, but loses it. It's a big rugby match back there behind the net. All right, Barbish up to Ulowitz, keeps it in. Barbish trying to keep it down low, gets it back up to Ulowitz. Ulowitz allowed to walk in here. Shot right into the goalie's pads for the save. 9:53 left here in the first. Yeah, Derek, if you're hearing this, it looks like my iPad CPU load is really high, so I think it's doing the best it can to try and push this out. All right, here we go. Face off down in this zone. We've got Baru, Moore, and Goldberg. Capital skate away with it. Shot on to Leonard. And so far, all the shots have been far away. Not that risky from either team. We haven't really had a lot of pucks down low in front of the goalie so far this game. We're going to keep that same line out there. Ulowitz and Robinson are your defensive pair. Baru loses this face-off. Capitals throw it down low. Ulowitz takes his time, gets it up to Goldberg. Goldberg tries to throw to the center, but no one home. Caps still keep it in. Sloppy game from both teams so far. We got Goldberg over to Moore. Moore with a shot. Saved by the Capitals goalie. Baru taking a look. Surveying. He's got options. He's got Ulowitz down low. Lennon is on. Goldberg tried to tip that towards the net. No go. Back out to Lennon. Lennon with a shot from the point. Saved by the Capitals goalie. Well, it does look extremely choppy. Hopefully the local records will be better. If not, this may be a live-born only cast. Who knows? All right, new forward line out there. We got Mayer, Fairman, and Waite with Lennon and Trax. Face-off won by the Caps. Waite gets it down low, but they can't center it. Waite gets a turnover. Can't keep it. Caps turn the cup back over, and we got a 1-on-2 situation here. Lennon takes that away. Looking for an outlet. He's got Waite. Waite coming up the wall here. He's got some support. Gets the puck to Fairman. Fairman loses control of it. Lennon with a shot. And another good save. I'm going to tell you, all the shots have been coming from outside the house. So I'd like us to get a little bit closer, a little bit lower, low down. Well, we got a forward line change here. We got Baru, Goldberg, and Moore. Keeping the same defensive pair there, Trax and Lennon. All right, face-off win by the Caps. They kick it up the wall to Trax, but Trax loses control. There goes that Capitals player, loses control. We got Moore skating back in with it. Takes it down low. Down to the net. Power move. Tries to shove it in. That's what we want more of. More of those down low type plays. Here come the Caps. Try to get it behind Lennon. Cannot. Got a big pile up here on the boards. Lennon skates away with it. Gives it to Baru. Baru into the zone. Lennon trailing him. Back up to Lennon. Lennon has some time. Takes the shot off his angle. Still gets it to the net. We got it up to Wazinski. Wazinski taking a look. Shot, save again by Capitals goalie. What we got there? Goldberg and Fairman fighting for the puck on the wall. Mayer is your other forward. Capitals throw the puck all the way around, and it gets past Howell. Howell's got no pressure. Trying to throw it up quickly. Turnover. Blocked by Howell, so he cleaned up his own mess there. Fairman smacks that puck to Wazinski. Over to Howell. Howell looking for someone to pass to. Back to Wazinski. He's got Fairman in the slot. He gets a touch on it. Won't be an ice. And Moore down low. Moore throws it up to Howell. Howell over to Wazinski. Shot again from the point. Big save. We need to take that goalie's eyes away. I heard Berkey shout that there. Waite going down. Cause some disturbances. Howell keeps it in. Here we go. Tucker skating towards the center. Another good blocker save by the goalie. Wazinski trying to keep control of this. Keeps it back over for Fairman. Fairman loses the puck in center ice. And Lucido cleans up the mess there. Lucido over to Fairman. Fairman gets a stick slash. Looks like we're getting a power play here. And we are. Now I do have the graphics. We'll see if I can do that. If that's going to be a system overload, who knows? We are going on the Barbish Landscaping power play here. The scoreboard is not displaying for whatever reason. So I will just have to be your scoreboard. It is still 0-0 with 6:39 left in the period here. We've got Abel, Baru, Barbish, Armstrong, and Ulowitz is your lone defenseman. Ulowitz Keeps that puck in the zone. Gets it back down low to Barb. Barb over to Army. Army looking up high to Abel. Abel surveys over to Baru. Baru down to Yulowitz. Yulowitz over to Abel. Abel with the goal. Nice puck movement there. Simple play. Everyone bit on Yulowitz going down to the corner. And he found Abel alone in the slot. 1-0 Vengeance. So that was a power play goal there. If my scoreboard ever kicks back on, it will show you we are up 1-0 there. Some nice movement there on the power play. All right, our new line is Moore, Goldberg, and Lucido with Yulowitz and Robinson. Yulowitz gets a shot towards the net, blocked by Lucido. Lucido first one on the puck, though. Looking for someone to pass to. Gets it up to Robinson. Robinson with a shot wide. Yulowitz keeps that puck alive in the zone, but it sneaks out. Here comes Capitals. It's a one-on-one. Nice save by Leonard. Nice little pass up from Moore to Goldberg. He can't control it. Caps lose control, throw it back into their own zone, almost to their goalie. Lucido, first one there. Goldberg, he's got some room. Takes a look, and nice shot there. Saved by the Capitals goalie. All right, 5:37 left in the first here. Vengeance up 1-0. Your next line here is Mayer, Waite, and Fairman with Lennon and Trax as your G pair. And Capitals win this faceoff. Break out of the zone. We have the numbers, though. They dump it low, and Trax first one on it. Trax around to Fairman. Fairman looking up for someone to pass to. Gets it over to Lennon, just out of his reach. And the puck back into the neutral zone. Fairman's got Trax down low. Trax taking a look, surveys, and skates away from pressure. Over to Lennon. Lennon skating up through the zone. Taking it himself, but loses control. Oh, still gets the puck towards the goalie. And there's Waite, first one on it. Mayer being the safety for Lennon, but the puck gets kicked out towards the neutral zone. We'll see if we get a line change here. Fairman's coming off. Tracks over to Lennon. Lennon up to Mayer. Mayer tries to chip around. Gets it up to Waite. Abel is on for Fairman, and the puck is thrown back down by the Capitals again. Looks like we're getting a wholesale change from the Caps. Lennon all the way up to Abel. Abel can't control. Gets a hit for his troubles. And you got Baru down in there with Abel. Baru up to Wazinski. Wazinski with a shot. Oh, breaks the stick. I don't think he realized the stick was broke. He just thought he whiffed on it. But we got Howe. Howe taking control, leaves it for Yulowitz. Yulowitz up to Abel. Can't get on top of that one. Wazinski still makes a play with the stick, even though he's not on the ice. Here comes Yulowitz, skating by himself. Skates away from pressure. Looks for his outlets. He's got Abel up high. Abel at least touches it. It's not going to be an ice. That means Barbish and Baru can be the first four checkers on that. Abel going, misses his check. Here comes Capitals through the zone, but they can't get past our D, which has been the story this first period. Yulowitz taking his time over to Baru through his legs, but Baru gets another chance. Sees Army in the slot, cannot get it to him. Baru kind of reverse checks that Capital there, and the Caps dump the puck down low again. 3:23 left in the first here. Robinson over to Yulowitz. Yulowitz brings the puck up into the slot, gets it forward to Armstrong, but loses it right across the middle. 21 seems to be the only threat so far we've seen. Oh, makes a nice move. Nice save by Leonard on the toe save. All right, here comes Goldberg. Goldberg, he's got some room, tries to get it in, gets it to Army in the slot, back to Goldberg. Goldberg getting hooked, but cannot get the puck free. Wazinski's stick is still causing some issues in the zone. Track down low, tries to center it, and he does, and there's Goldberg with the goal. So Goldberg makes it 2-0 Vengeance on a nice feed from Trax, who went down low. Again, I wish I had a scoreboard to show you. I've digitally recorded that scoreboard. We'll see what happens in post. So 2:43 left here in the first. Vengeance up 2-0. Lucido, Mayer, and looks like Fairman is your forward pairing with Lennon and Trax. Face-off goes to Track. Track over to Lennon. Lennon back. Track looking for some options. He's going to skate it. Nope, he passes it off to Fairman. Fairman crosses the line. Passes it down below the net. Puck comes out of the zone. Lennon takes his time. Gets it back to Fairman. Fairman right up to Mayer. Mayer coming down in. Tries the center. No one home. Turnover by the Caps. Almost. Caps trying to break it out here. Ooh, Lennon missed the stretch pass. But Lennon's definitely has the size advantage on that Capital there. Here comes Mayer up the boards. Loses it to the Capitals, who shifts it back D to D. They get it in the zone, and Caps are going for another change. Lennon over to Trax. Trax has some time here. Trax up the board to Waite. Waite loses the puck. Don't touch it. There we go. That's safe. Almost the too many men there. Over to Abel. Abel, Waite, and Baru coming in the zone. Abel with a shot down low. There's a rebound. Waite can't find it. Baru back to Abel. Abel loses it. Nope, regains the puck now, and now it's kicked to the corner. We got Waite all the way over, almost to Howe, and we cleared it on ourselves. Here we go. Howe taking his time, surveys the scene. Waite doesn't have good control of it, but now he does. Baru trying to get it out. Abel picks up the garbage. Abel up to Waite. Waite walking in. Waite with a shot. Save. Back over to Abel. Abel with a low angle shot. Gets it on net. Baru picks up the rebound. Back up to Howe. Howe over to Baru. Baru looking for Abel. Abel's looking for the slot. Has no one there. Has time. Just turns and shoots onto the goalie. 49.4 seconds left to go in this period. So it looks like the broadcast is holding, but from my view, it looks like it's extremely choppy. So trying to do my best here. We've got Goldberg, Armstrong, and Barbish as your forward pair with Howe and Wazinski. Face-off goes to us. We get the puck back down low. Barbish looking for some room. Leaves it for Army. Army over to Goldberg. Goldberg passes it up to Wazinski. Wazinski with a shot. Misses the net. Goldberg has some time. Skates into the slot again. Turnover to Capitals. Capitals feather through, but Wazinski takes that away. Over to Howe. Howe up to Barbish. Barbish going around. There's 14 seconds left in the period. Here comes Army. Keeps control of it there in the corner. 7 seconds left to go. This period is going to probably end over here in the corner. 3, 2, and 1. That's the end of period 1. So after one period of play, Vengeance is up 2-0. I'm going to see if I can play around that scoreboard and get that up in the period break.
2011 Tier 1 hockey team would like to thank the following sponsors: Barbish Lansing, Truesdale Lansing, and real estate agent Libby Sosinski with Kelly Williams.
All right. Looks like the mute didn't work, but we're back. So I said all of that for nothing. At least you got to see something. Thank you very much, Lindsay Fairman, to be my tech troubleshooter this game. All right. Capital skating low. Try to center towards the middle. They don't get any chance there. Wait with a push. They did not call it. We got Wait coming up the slot. Passes it to the center. No one there. Lennon all the way in from his defensive post. Shoots just wide. Moore keeps it alive down low. Mayer. Moore and Wait all fighting for it. Wait skates away with it. Over to Howe. Howe with a shot. Shot wide. Over to Wazinski. Wazinski loses control of it. Oh, and then Wazinski, last second kind of toe picked and crashed into the Capitals goalie, taking out the net himself. So he's not feeling too great. Yeah, I want that injury bug to go away. So I'm sorry, that was Mayer. Mayer was going. No, that was Wazinski. Down low. Don't need to see anyone else injured on this team. All right, your new forward pairing here is Goldberg, Armstrong, and Barbish with Robinson and Ulowitz. Face off, won by Vengeance. Robinson over to Ulowitz. Ulowitz skates it in. He's got a lane. He's going to take it. Passes in front. Barbish with that play again.